Welcome back. If in the previous part we discussed the external battle with the Hydra monster, the war of procrastination and unfinished projects, today I want to invite you into a place far more dangerous. A place where the light of your fireworks of ideas cannot reach. That place is inside your own exploding mind. Imagine this moment. You have just returned home from a gathering with friends. There, you were the center of attention. You were the funniest, the smartest. You danced between topics, from politics to art, from philosophy to casual gossip. Everyone laughed. Everyone admired your energy. You felt alive. You felt radiant. But then, the bedroom door closes. The laughter cuts out completely. All that remains is the deafening silence of four walls. You wipe off your makeup or take off your stylish clothes. You look into the mirror, and in that brief moment, a cold question runs down your spine. Who exactly is that person in the mirror? Is it the person who was just laughing and talking nonstop? Or was that just a role? Today, you want to be a compassionate social activist. Tomorrow, you want to be a cold, ruthless entrepreneur. Today, you are a sensitive artist. Tomorrow, you're a logical analyst. You change so fast that even you feel dizzy. You feel like a master imposter, an actor who has memorized everyone else's scripts but has forgotten the script of their own life. If this feeling of formless emptiness invades you every night, then welcome to our next myth, the story of a sea god who possessed the greatest power but suffered the most painful curse, the curse of facelessness of Proteus.
In ancient Greek mythology, Proteus was an old sea god, the shepherd of seals for Poseidon. He held the keys to the past, present, and future. He knew every answer in the world. But Proteus had a strange habit. He never wanted to be caught. He hated having his true form seen. Whenever someone approached to ask a question, Proteus would instantly transform. In the blink of an eye, he became a roaring lion, terrifying his enemies. If attacked, he slithered away like a venomous snake. If held tight, he melted into a stream of water, burst into a flame, or stood silent as an ancient tree. He shapeshifted so skillfully that even the other gods forgot what Proteus's real face looked like. My dear friend, look deep into your soul. Are you Proteus? Your NE function, extroverted intuition, is that very magic of transformation. NE allows you to see the world from thousands of different angles, multiple perspectives. When you speak with a conservative person, you automatically transform into an open, liberal spirit to balance them out. When you meet someone overly dreamy and irrational, you immediately embody a realistic logician to debate them. With your parents, you are the obedient child. With your friends, you are the crazy rebel. You are a magnificent chameleon. You blend into every body of water. You read the desires of the person opposite you and become the perfect version they want to see. That is a superpower, yes. It helps you connect, negotiate, and empathize. But what is the price of Proteus? It is existential emptiness. Because you can be anyone, you feel like you are no one. Look at friends from other groups like INFPs or INTJs. They have a very hard core inside. That is FI or NI. They know for certain what they like, what they hate, what they believe in. No matter how the wind blows, they remain rocks. And you? You see logic in everything. You see truth in everyone. You easily change your perspective after just one good book or one interesting conversation. And that multidimensional understanding makes you lose your stance. You feel like water, with no fixed shape, simply conforming to the vessel that holds it. The greatest fear of the ENFP and ENTP at this stage is not career failure. The greatest fear is facelessness. You fear that if one day you peel off all those masks of talent, humor, and intelligence, there will be nothing left inside, just a formless void, an echo without a source. And to escape that fear, what do? You transform again. You rush to find a new persona, a new hobby, to patch over that hole. The cycle of Proteus continues.
Problem number 2. More dangerous than facelessness is the imprisonment by the very superior intellect you possess. Let's talk about Daedalus, the greatest architect and inventor of Athens. King Minos ordered Daedalus to build a structure to imprison the monster Minotaur, and Daedalus, with his genius mind, designed the labyrinth. It was so complex, with spiraling corridors, false dead ends, and optical illusions, that anyone who entered would never find the way out. The ironic truth is, the maze was so intricate that Daedalus himself almost got lost and couldn't escape after building it. Your NE brain is that labyrinth. You are too smart. That is your tragedy. You see too many possibilities. An average person sees problem A, they choose solution B. They do it, they fail, they fix it. Their life is as simple as a straight line. But you see problem A. Immediately, your brain maps out a massive decision tree. If I choose B, then risk C happens. But if C happens, I must prepare plan D. But wait, what if plan E is better? Or, hold on, maybe this problem A is related to conspiracy theory F. You build walls of complexity that do not actually exist. This is the disease of the century for the NE group, analysis paralysis. Remember the nights you lay tossing and turning, just thinking about an unsent email. If I write it this way, the boss will think I'm arrogant. If I write it that way, he'll think I'm weak. Should I wait until morning? But tomorrow is the deadline. A trivial matter turns into a life or death battle inside your head. You are exactly like Daedalus. You are locked inside the very complexity you created. You stand at a crossroads and you dare not take a step, not because you don't know the way, but because you see that all roads could lead to an abyss, according to your vivid imagination. You cannot act, not because you lack solutions, but because you have too many solutions and don't know which one is optimal, which one is perfect. Intelligence in this moment is not a pair of wings. It becomes the strongest prison bars. You are a prisoner of your own mind.
And finally, the most painful tragedy. The tragedy of those who dare to fly too high. Icarus. To escape that imprisoning labyrinth, Daedalus made his son, Icarus, a pair of wings. He used beeswax to bind bird feathers together. Before taking off, he warned his son carefully. "Listen, Icarus, do not fly too low. The sea mist will wet the feathers. But absolutely do not fly too high. The heat of the sun will melt the wax, and you will fall." Icarus nodded, but the moment his feet left the ground, the moment he felt the wind through his hair, he forgot everything. That feeling of soaring freely in the sky, it is exactly the feeling when you, an ENFP or ENTP, start a new romance or a new project. Dopamine explosion. You shoot up high. In your head, in the sky, everything is perfect. This business project will surely succeed. I will become a billionaire. This girl is surely my soulmate. We will have a love story like in the movies. You get drunk on the altitude. You get drunk on potential. You want to touch the sun of perfection. But then, you fly too close to the truth. The heat of reality begins to scorch those fragile wax wings. The project starts facing cash flow problems. That girl starts revealing mundane bad habits, snoring, nagging, jealousy. The wax melts. The wings fall apart. And Icarus falls. He falls freely from the height of expectation down into the cold, pitch-black ocean of reality. This is the metaphor for the cycle of depression and disillusionment of the NE Dom. NE always wants to fly high. You live in the world of ideas, of ideals. But reality, the ocean below, is full of flaws, slowness, and mundane things. When the gap between what you envision flying high and what actually happens, the ocean, is too wide, you collapse. You aren't just sad, You are devastated. You feel betrayed by the world. Why can't things be as beautiful as I thought they were? Why are humans so mediocre? And most painfully, you are disappointed in yourself. You blame yourself for being a failure because you couldn't keep those wax wings intact forever. The fall of Icarus is the fall from grandiosity to mediocrity, the thing you hate most in this world. So, the final question. How do these lost gods find their way home? How does Proteus find his face? How do we escape the labyrinth and not drown like Icarus? Greek mythology is not just tragedy. It contains great survival lessons. For Proteus, facelessness. Find Poseidon's anchor. Proteus only revealed his true form when a hero held him tight and refused to let go, no matter if he turned into a lion or a snake. You need something immutable to anchor your shifting soul. It is not a career, because you will change careers. It is not a hobby. It is your core values. Take out a pen and paper and ask yourself, what am I willing to die to protect? Is it freedom, truth, or compassion? Define yourself by the why, not the what. I am a seeker of truth, whether I work as a journalist, a detective, or a coder. That core does not change. That core is the true face of Proteus. For the labyrinth, complexity. Find Ariadne's thread. When the hero Theseus entered the labyrinth to kill the beast, Princess Ariadne did not give him a map, because a map is too complex. She gave him a ball of thread. He just had to follow that thread one step at a time to find the way out. That thread represents simplification and micro-action. When your brain draws 100 complicated turns, stop thinking. Grab the thread. Ask yourself, what is the smallest, stupidest physical action I can do right now? Send one email, wash one bowl, write one line of code. Don't try to solve the whole maze in your head. Just take one step. Physical action is the only antidote to thought paralysis. The thread will lead you to the light. For Icarus, expectation. Build wings of iron. Stop using beeswax and feathers. Wax is fleeting inspiration. It is beautiful, it is light, but it melts before the sun. Build wings out of discipline and process, as I mentioned in part 1 about Odysseus. And most importantly, learn to love the ocean. Don't hate mundane reality. Great ideas only have value when they land safely on the ground. Don't just know how to take off. Learn the skill of landing. Accept that the project will have difficult times. The lover will have ugly moments. And you yourself will make mistakes. That imperfection is not failure. It is the material of life. My dear friend, you are not a faceless imposter. You are an explorer of the diverse forms of humanity. You are not crazy. You are the architect of magnificent ideas. As long as you find the anchor of values, hold tight to the thread of reality, and build yourself wings of discipline, then no labyrinth can imprison you. And that sky above will forever belong to you. See you on the other side of freedom.